advisor. There will be no promises, no guarantees, no income claims. We will make sure that you get a chance to get all of the proper information so you can make a proper decision. And we do know that you were invited by somebody who thinks highly of you tonight. So we know that you're here to kick the tires. And the other thing is this, we've been doing this for a long time. So we kind of know who we're looking for as well. And we want to make sure we give you a look-see as well. So again, whether it's for you or not, we're glad that you're here. Okay. Now, when you look at the Build Trading Academy, guys, the Build Trading Academy combines the experience of master traders with the genius and simplicity of our automated trading app, Einstein. Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot about Einstein today, all right? But we're legally authorized to copy and auto trade here in the US, and we're the only mobile app to say that we can do that. Okay? But the Build Trading Academy was created so that people all around the world would be able to take control of their finances and insulate themselves from uncontrollable things like COVID, governmental decisions, layoffs, tariffs that cause businesses to go out of business, rising costs of living, and more. Okay. So the thing that you want to be able to do, and what the wealthiest people in the world do and have done for centuries, is build your own economy, right? Remember, you're the president, under your roof of your household, regardless of who's in office, right? And so you want to make sure, you do what the presidents do. You want to make sure you control everything from what goes in the country, out of the country, and also what the banks do for the most part. And so you want to make sure you also become your own bank because now at that point in time, you get a chance to fund and support the economy under your roof. So in and around your family, your associates, your friends, your families, guys, you'll be able to put people in a position where they can actually win. Okay? And I'm going to talk to you a bit more in depth about the banks a little bit later. Okay. But you want to also be able to build your own economy because you get the chance to crowdfund and your trading accounts with revenue from your community. I'll show you about how we build communities around here. Okay? And then employ technology that can automate your earnings and manage your portfolio. When I say Einstein is a genius at that, guys, you're going to figure that out soon. And then you're going to learn a discipline-based strategy to create, your income and design your wealth instead of paying others to do it for you. And this is probably one of the most important pieces as we get started because you
Can you
actually have a
make
lot of
sure
people out there
your
who,
slides aren't moving?
okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let me get out of here and get back in here. Okay, can you see them now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, great, great, great. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate that. And so those are the things I just covered. So I don't want to go back over them again. But the one thing I do want to touch back on is learning a discipline-based strategy to create your own income and design your wealth instead of paying others to do it. Like I said, we've made millions of dollars, guys. And when you make a lot of money, you've invested a lot of money. You tried a lot of things and you've invested in a lot of things. And for us, we've had people who we trusted that we've invested a lot of money in, multiple six figures in some certain situations. And one situation in particular, the people who were actually handling our money, guess what? They did the wrong thing with it, and multiple six figures gone. Okay, now the frustration and my anger and everything that surrounded that, for me, was directed really at the wrong people. Obviously, I had the right to be, upset. I'm human about the money that we lost. But the other thing was I had a very, very important person to me who told me the truth in the midst of my hurt and my anger. And he let me know, he said, look, your frustration, he said, is not necessarily because they lost your money. It was because you were in a position where you didn't know what to do with it. You didn't know how to trade it yourself. You didn't know how to invest it yourself. And that's the frustration because you had to now allow someone else to take control of your resources and manage them for you. And when he said that, it really it put me in a really good place because now at that time I got a chance to own that decision. And so this is why I think so much about trading and why I lean so heavily on the educational side of it because there are a lot of people right now going through a lot of things and they don't know which way to turn, right? And these people are looking for somebody to help. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. When it comes to investing, the best person you can invest in is yourself, right? When you talk about a skill like trading, trading puts you in a position where you get a chance to now learn something that nobody else can take away from you. Okay? And I want you guys to write this down or record this, whatever you want to do. But when it comes to people who have money and people who have the experience, this is what happens when they get together. The person with the experience leads with the money, and the person with the money leads with the experience. And I left with a experience of losing multiple six figures, and I wasn't the only one. So this is where, guys, you now put yourself in a position of power because now you control everything in front of you. So as we move forward, Angel, my slides moving now. Can you
Yes,
guys?
sir.
Yes,
Okay,
they are.
perfect. All right. Just want to make sure they were progressing. All right. So why should you learn how to trade with us, guys? And you want to learn how to trade with us because you can now trade from anywhere: the bed, the bar, the bath, the beach. You have no boundaries out there, right? We have accomplished and seasoned traders in multiple asset classes. Like I see the wonderful Mrs. Roxy out there. She's our options trader, one of them. I know we have Donnie Pitts. Again, he's our Forex trader. I know we have JCL, Lara Cuenta, out of Puerto Rico. He's a futures trader. Guys, we have people who are very, very great at what they do, right? Also, you get a chance to build a true savings and retirement account, okay? You get a chance to generate revenue to fund investments in other business projects. You get a chance to basically learn. You want to learn with us because you can learn so much about money, period. As you learn a lot about the stock market, about finances and economics, and not just this country, but other countries around the world. And this is information that you can pass down to your kids. As you can see, it's so simple. Your children can learn, right? But also to become the bank so you can leverage your money the way they do. Okay. Last time I checked, guys, none of you went and opened up a bank account and said, "Hey, look, you have permission, to do whatever you want with my money." But when you signed, that docket and you walked out of that bank, the moment you signed it and you made that deposit, your money left the bank. It went straight to the market. Okay. They're taking your money and they're getting 300, percent returns, 3,000% returns, 6,000% returns, 600,000, depending on how long you leave that money in the bank. They're flipping your money, right? And it's because you don't know what to do with it. And then after they flip it, they're going to give you less than 1% because guess what? They use your money. So they have to give you a commission, for using it, less than 1%. Right. And so, which is extremely disrespectful. So if they're going to use your money in the trading market, why shouldn't you? Right. So that's very, very important. You want to become the bank, guys. You don't want to use the bank. So when you look at who we're looking for, guys, like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. We know exactly who we're looking for, and we start with people who want more out of life. But when you see women, guys, one thing I understand about women is that very, very purposeful, right? Women are very cautious. And so when they learn a skill, they pay good close attention to it, right? And when they learn that skill, they're learning it to provide for others. So women, again, they're growing right now at a rapid rate when it comes to traders in the industry, college students in transition. Notice I didn't say graduates. You have some dropouts, some guys who realize college is not for them, or people who have come out of college with no place to go except for home, right? They are learning how to trade. Financial professionals, entrepreneurs, career changers, self-directed investors, trading communities, guys, people who, they may have, one or two traders in that community, but they're looking for something that has more to offer. And a lot of them don't only want to trade anymore, but they want their people to be fed. So these are the people who we're looking for and more. All right. Now, your membership solutions and benefits, this is where you see tremendous value. And there's more to offer than what you see on this page. But when you look at, the ability to earn while you learn, guys, we have people who, when they're trading, let's say, give it as an example, Donnie Pips, he's trading Forex Mondays, Tuesdays, live, Thursdays, and every other Friday. And when he's trading, people are getting tips and getting signals or whatever it is, whatever he does, his magic, people are making money, right? They're taking his advice and they're making money live while they're learning, right? He's taking the fear out of learning. He's taking the gambling and the risk, right, and minimized it, right? And that's the thing I love about it. And you get a chance to get educated by multiple educators, like I said, in the things that they educate in. and these people are experienced, and they again want to make sure that that you're in good hands. And then on top of the education, you take what you're learning while you're learning it, and then you go from a manual trader, the person who's learning it, to a semi-automated or fully automated trader, right? And so that's when Einstein, comes into play. So when you look at the idea of Einstein, the software, and the win rate of it, and how brilliant it is. When I was talking to, the CEO, and I was talking to Donnie, I said, we need to name this Einstein. It's the smartest person I know. And so since we have the smartest system, the smartest trading app out there, we should name it Einstein. And they did. And I'm excited about that because you have people right now who can trade with Einstein. They can take, alerts, right? And when they see that alert, they know what they're looking at because they learned it while they were trading, right? And they take that alert and they run with it and they make money. Okay. That's the semi-audit, right? That's you basically tapping into that $7 trillion a day Forex market that's out there. And when it scans and it sends the alerts, you just profit off of it. Einstein, the algo, right? Fully automated. This is when you're an individual like myself, right? You want to set it and forget it. You probably out of the 24 hours a day, you probably work 20, right? Or it feels that way. And you don't have time to learn. And you got so many different irons in the fire to where, I have some money and I want my money to work for me. I want to put my money in the market, let it make babies and come back with it, right? And so that's me. My wife, on the other hand, she's the manual and semi-automated trader. She's actually learning how to trade. Okay. Like Roxy. Roxy is the trader. Matt is the fully automated guy, right? And so, you have a lot of different households out there that they love this. Archie is the trader. Shamitra is the fully automated woman. She's got her own career. She's got her own businesses, right? And as a matter of fact, when I talk about um, how proficient the training is and how powerful the training is. While I'm talking about it, Angel, I know you were telling everybody hello and you were welcoming everybody, and you probably didn't know I was going to do this, but if you can turn your mic on for me, please.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Awesome. If you can, tell everybody your name and also tell them how much trading background did you have? Was your trading experience before you started trading here at Build a Trading Academy?
Yes, sir. Hi, my name is Angel Trin, and before Build, I had some training with about 5 years ago, Mr. Bean. I was actually scared of the charts, and Mr. Bean had put me into a project and threw me in there. And I actually learned 5 years ago, and I picked it back up about 3 years ago to where I was able to, from that, be able to trade and help others as well by trading for them.
Okay. So when you look at the platform, when you first saw it, what did you see and why did you start trading here? And what do you like about it?
Oh, what I love about it is the way that Miss Roxy, all of the master traders here, trainers, have taken most of the people, just like myself, when I looked at that, at the chart, I was very intimidated, right? About the chart, the lingo, everything. I didn't think that I could learn this at all because of the way that the people were teaching it out there. And so when I first hopped on with the trainers in this company, I was like, this is game over because they have made it so simplified that, people from our sassy seniors to the young generations, like Mr. Donnie Pipps's son at 9 years old. My friend even has her 18-year-old son training on this, and he was like, oh my gosh, you know, this is what people are doing, and so, a lot of the things that we have right here is so great compared to I've seen so many because after I heard about it, I started looking at all of this and researching. I'm a green, so I'm researching this, I'm researching that. And to be honest, I have never learned so much than I've learned here. And what I had before, I've five times it, probably 10 times it by now in the last just 3 weeks.
Awesome. I appreciate it. And I know because we don't do income claims, you've done some really, really things. And real quick, in 30 seconds or less, when Donnie is trading, I notice you take a lot of his trades. How easy is it for a person, or why is it so easy for a person to take trades while he's trading?
Because he tells you everything from when to take the trade, why to take the trade, and when to look for the pullback. So I'm able to go in there and basically be a ninja to where I know when to take a buy, when to take a sell, when to get out, and it's just amazing.
Awesome. Hey, I appreciate it. I hate to put you on the spot like that, but thank you. And so, and the cool part about it is you're not on camera, so you don't have to be real, real shy with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, that's Angel Trent out of Houston, Texas, single mother, taking care of kids, and she's using trading to do that. And so, as we wrap up, this portion here, our trading club, guys, we want to make sure that people are learning and they're earning, and but at the same time, want to make sure that you're living right? When it comes to lifestyle with your family, we want you to really live while you're alive, right? And we partner with a, travel company, and this travel company puts us in a position where we're able to give our people 4 and 5 star vacations, up to 70% off, right? We're talking about for 2 and 3 star prices, right? And then curated trips, over 3,000 trips around the world where you'll see some fully packaged deals at a huge discount, almost like wholesale pricing. Right? And then on your anniversary, you have a free trip every year on your anniversary, 4 or 5 star vacation. Like I said, 1 or 3,000 locations all around the world. The stay is on us, right? But one of the things that's really exciting is that even though you're trading here in the community, you have friends and family who can actually become a travel customer for $29 a month. So for less than $350 a year, your friends and family could travel, with the same discounts and the same perks and benefits you get without a deduction or without anything loss in value wise. So that's very, very huge. But we throw that in for you, because you're a member. That's a part of our company here. You guys get that hot mic from me, guys, please. Somebody's in a car, you can kind of catch that for me. And then we have the economic empowerment, guys. This is, the Smart Money Club. This is one of the things that's genius by the owner, Winston Navarro. His background is in business, insurance, in particular, investment categories that has made over $1 billion, did over $1 billion rather in sales. But he understands that a lot of people make money, yeah, but a lot of people don't know what to do with it once they make it. Right? They squander it. It goes away, and you have now the ability to make money. We want to make sure that you can keep it, sustain it, scale it, right? Know what to do with it. And so now we've put together a portal of resources for a person who can get their personal and business credit together. They can turn around and get financial advising. We have an advisory team. We have people who are in insurance that can show you insurance investment packages and all kind of different things to help you go out there and really build a portfolio outside of what you're doing in the trading platform. And so here's the boring part, right? And so, but this is the good part. We want to make sure you know that when we talk about Einstein and we talk about, what we do, for a living and what we do with you and for your safety, we want to know that you are protected. We want to make sure you know that you are safeguarded, guys. And Omni's top priority is your protection, right? So Omni includes the built-in features to ensure you never ever risk more than you are willing to actually invest. And that's what we tell everybody all the time. If you can't avoid to invest it, guys, don't put it in there, right? But you set how much your total account you want to have at risk, and you think about it as kind of like equity protection that's built right in there, with you having full control over it. Transparency, you always know when a trade is placed and the exact risk associated with it. And talking about control again, you remain in control at all times. You can pause or resume trading whenever you choose. So think about it. You can manually close trades, waiting, for the connected strategy or instead of waiting for the connected strategy to do it for you. You can do it because you recognize it, you notice it, and you can take full action right at that moment. And when it comes to U.S. specifics, this is very, very crucial because the U.S. customers can feel secure knowing that their funds remain with fully regulated U.S. brokers and withdrawals are always available, right? That's important. And so measures and transparency, every strategy on Omni undergoes third-party auditing through platforms like My FX Book and FX Blue. So a person can go do their own research and they kind of see what our traders are doing, how well they're doing, if they're winning, if they're losing, what percentage, that they're doing it at. So all that stuff is on there for you to see. But we do rely on independent verification, not just internal matrix. So when it comes to legal and compliance, again, this is another very, very important thing. Even though we're not in the same category as a rug pull, you still want to know that you're doing business with people who are legally capable of doing so. So Omni, which is the people the platform who has the mobile app that we partner with, and its affiliates are registered as a commodity trading advisor, CTA, and introducing broker with the CFTC and are members of NFA. So you can go to their websites and you can see our company right there on it. There are other companies that will tell you, oh, we're part of CFTC and NFA, and they're not. You can go right there and see that they're not there. That's the proof. Proof is in the pudding, right? So our goal is to provide transparency and uphold the standards that give investors confidence in the integrity of American financial markets. Okay. And strategies diversification. Again, this is important. I want to make sure you guys get this. So Omni offers an involving library of trading strategies. We don't believe that a person should put 100% of their resources in one strategy. Right. So we give you multiple packages, three strategy package, seven strategy package, and you get a chance to choose. Now, however, you can sign a waiver and put everything in one if you want to, but we suggest against it. But also, you can also set the limits and percentages on each strategy as well. So, again, we want to make sure that you're making money forever, right? But Omni offers, we talk about the strategies are developed by quantitative analysts, experienced traders, and innovative developers dedicated to testing new ideas. So we continuously evaluate and add new strategies for users to explore. Okay? Unlike platforms that promote a single miracle system, Omni emphasizes diversification, as I mentioned earlier, offering options from conservative to aggressive approaches. So, guys, this again, it's about people who have been in this industry for a long time. They see the pitfalls, they see the perils, and they really just making sure that they're taking care of you, because that's our job. That's what we're here to do. Simplicity. This is the last thing here. We've already went over the matrix and transparency, but Omni is built to be simple, so simple that anyone can use it in just a few steps. Connect to your preferred broker, connect to a strategy, and set your risk preferences. That's it, and you're done. So trade like a hedge fund, guys. Monetize like a hedge fund without actually being a hedge fund. Omni is a platform that allows businesses to immediately offer automated copy trading to their community through an easy to use mobile app. And here are some of the trips I was telling you guys about. Dreamscapes, Costa Rica, 5 nights, $454. Mexico, 5 nights, $792. I know Sabrina would love this. Dubai, 7 nights, $705. These are wholesale deals, guys. 4 or 5 star vacations that are already prepackaged, for our members. And then, had you not been a part, of our club, our membership club, guys, this is what you would actually be paying, to be a part of it. $99 if you're out of the country, or $199 if you're in the U.S. But it's included based on our partnership, so you won't have to worry about coming out of pocket with that. Now, we talked about community. So you have a lot of soccer moms, a lot of football dads. My son, by the way, my wife and my oldest son are at a playoff game for my youngest son right now as we speak. He's in the eighth grade. He's playing his last game of the season. I'm here with you, right? And it's because you're my priority right now at this point. My son understands we had that conversation this morning, and he understands I need to be here for you so I can be there for him in the future, right? So and a lot of people who are in my community, and there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be reaching out to you to be in yours. And as you build your community, and people come on board and they become students of trading, guys. Guess what? Um, you're going to be able to make some money. You're going to be able to create some residual income as your community grows. And as you can see here, the company says, hey, look, as you continue to bring on people and introduce them to it, if you want to do that, that's your choice. You can make anywhere from 250 up to $500,000 a month. Okay, and so this is the most important thing, though. When you do build a community, guys, when you do get that 250 a month, or the 700 a month, like Julian, who I just saw just logged on, $700 a month. Sabrina Tomlin, who I just saw as well, $250 a month. She just hit, build it 250. These people have the ability, like Angel Trend, who you actually saw, or who you just listened to. Right now she's at build it 2000, right, which is build it 500. But we have an additional leadership level for her, but that's $2,000 a month for her. They can take that money and put it back into their investment accounts or their trading accounts, or they can take it and do whatever they want to do with it. The thing I like about this is that when you actually have, 240, 245, basically 500 students, learning how to trade, right? The company's paying you about 8 grand a month, minimal, right? And I do mean minimal. And then that's a six-figure situation, but residual situation, by the way. Now you can take that $8,000 a month, $100,000 a year, and you can invest it in whatever you want to invest it in, right? You can put it on whatever you want to put it, spend it on whatever you want to spend it. But the cool part about it is now the company gives you a contract and you become an owner. Okay. They say, hey, look, this is your book of business. These are your students. These people who are in this trading community. This is your community. And period. No one can ever take that away from you. Right. So I do love that. I'm gonna share with you why I love this. And I mentioned COVID earlier today. Guys, when COVID hit, you had 30,000 companies that closed their doors. You had 2 million people who went home with no income. Okay, my income went up. Okay, my wife and I, we've been advocates of subscription-based business models forever, right? And we were in coffee at the time, and our income went up 20 grand a month because our sales went up 175,000 to $200,000 a month in 30 countries. Okay, a lot of people lost everything. Okay, they didn't have a plan B. All right, their job was their false sense of security, and when people say my job, I cringe because it's not your job. That job belongs to the person who owns that company. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, the person who owns that company, 9 times out of 10, um, they don't even know if they're going to be in business or not. But you have full faith in them, right? You got to at some point in time, put the power of ownership into your hands and make sure that you and your family, you're making decisions that's best for them. So when you look at this type of situation, you look at COVID. When COVID hit, you had thousands upon thousands of people learn how to trade. Those people, most of them never ever went back to work, right? A lot of those people funded new companies and they built those companies from home based on the money that they were earning while they were trading. Okay. And so what I don't want you to do is this. I don't want you to be one of those people who say, you know what? I can't do this. I tried this. I heard this, man. I'm gonna just say right now, you'd be talking yourself out of the opportunity to take ownership of your life, right? And for many of you, it'd be the first time you've ever had ownership of your life, because when you control your revenue that comes in your household, you don't have to ask anybody for anything. You don't have to clock in for anything, and you can just go to your computer or your cell phone, and you can make some money appear out of the ether. I used to have a friend. He'd literally take his wife shopping, and while she was shopping, he was trading. He would sit down and try to figure out how much money she was actually going to spend, and he would try to make the money before she got through. And so I'm just telling you, these are the type of things that, people, when they master, these skill sets, this is what they do. I have a friend. I was in Florida this weekend, and I'm in rooms with people who are multiple 6 and 7 figure earners, people who are worth some serious dough. I was there with them for 3 days. And Saturday night after the event was over, I met one of my friends who he trades gold, and he doesn't trade small money. Like when he trades, he's 50,000, $100,000 a pop is what he's earning on these trades when he's winning. And he's winning at a clip of about 79% to 80% of the time. Okay. He's bought multiple companies with the money that he's actually earned from trading. Okay. And I'm not telling you what I think, I'm telling you what I know. Okay. And so what I know is this. You're either going to want to learn how to trade, or you're going to want to learn how to build a community of people who want to trade, right? Or both. Okay. So, as we wrap this thing up, as we conclude, guys, this is where you plug in and profit. This is where you now come on board with us, and at the introductory level of 199, this is where you get a chance to at least learn how to trade. You get a chance to at least plug into our traders, our system, right? And you get a chance to see what everybody's going mad over, right? You get a chance to have your lunch consultation with your senior partner. They're going to go over your game plan and break everything down for you. Okay, they're going to set up your partner portal for when you bring on other students who want to learn. Okay, and that you can actually generate revenue from. Access your travel club for free your free annual vacation. Okay, access your smart money club benefits. Collaborate with four and pay no more, guys. This is where you again you now that $99 a month that you were going to be paying for your fee as your tuition, your monthly tuition to learn how to trade. Guess what? Now your tuition is waived because you brought four other students on board who want to learn how to trade options, forex, gold, and everything else that we have here, right? But access to your support chat and communities. Got a lot of hands on here. Got a lot of people who are here to help. And if you're considering tapping into the Einstein Elite, guys, that access is $4.99 for the Elite, and as far as the Apex is $9.99. And I got a special promo I'm gonna share with you guys in just a second. But the other thing is this: coming on board, we have our annual mobile mindset trip this year to be next year to be in Cancun in 2026. That's where we have a day of we have a half a evening of leadership, a full day on Saturday of leadership development and business development, and then after that, Saturday night, Sunday, and any other day, it's all about connecting family and enjoying ourselves as family, right? So stay tuned for that. We'll have the registration information coming up in the near future for you guys. But get your passports, and then access to Saturday crash camps for millionaire mindsets, guys. Um, this is where we come and we reflect. This is where we teach. This is where we help people get their answers and everything together. They get questions and answers knocked out, right? So this is where you get a chance to get access to the leaders as well. So with that being said, the packs, like I said, the education and trading tool packs. You have the Builder 199 where you learn. You have the Einstein Omni Access where you have uh, the the semi-automatic trading, when it comes to that, Elite 499, Apex fully automated 999, and then the monthly tuitions or subscriptions, if you will, $99 a month for Builder, 149 for the Elite, 199 for the Apex. Now, this is the hack, right? This is the monthly membership hack. Again, you find four people who want to trade. You ain't got to find them the first 30 days. I found mine, right? Angel found hers. Julie found hers, right? Sabrina and Eddie found theirs. So it's just, Roxy found hers. So it's just that it can take you 2 months or 3 months. Don't matter. Because again, you're here to learn, not to recruit people. But, people are going to ask you about trading and you're going to want to talk about it because you're going to be excited. And when that happens, okay, $99 goes away. So it's either going to be 0, 49 or 99. All right. So uh, finally, the elite guys, the elite at this moment, and this is till tonight, midnight Pacific Standard Time. When it comes to the trading, the manual trading, and everything else, the semi-automated trading, um, it's only forex that's going to be fully automated trading when it comes to Omni, right? And then you have three different strategies that you get a chance to choose from, asset classes you get a chance to choose from that you want them Omni to trade for you. So we're allowing gold to stay there just to midnight, right? And after midnight tomorrow, as it's going to be a part of the Apex only. So when it comes to the Apex, tomorrow, that'll be the only way you'll be able to trade and have access to the gold, in your portfolio, right? So that's the promo. That's where we at. That's the you want to get with the person who invited you. They'll tell you a little bit more about it. And so here are the gentlemen that we put this thing together. We built this thing by hand, and we're taking this thing worldwide. And you get a chance to be here with us. But CEO Winston Navarro, serial entrepreneur, Guy's over $1 billion in sales, coming with his companies and everything he does. JC Rangel, 24 years of experience in business. He's the person who actually, brought the solar platform to the mother company, the umbrella company, and brought other ops to the table as well, other things that we partner with and white labeled. Daniel Pacheco is a pastor, a very successful entrepreneur. This guy's earned millions of dollars in multiple industries. Has actually had a seven-figure month and owns a couple of gold mines. But he's a tech guy. He loves tech and has a lot of tech relationships and partnerships that we will be, utilizing some way, shape, form, or fashion in the future. And then you have myself, right? Military veteran, made some figures in three different industries. And again, my wife and I, we just love, working with people. So we look forward to each and every last one of you guys, kind of sharing with us, after this is over with, where you're at, what you like best about what you saw, and if it's a good fit for you. So if you have any questions, there's no twisting of the arms. I'll do this presentation tomorrow because the goal is to help people. And if you go out there and you help enough people, guys, you'll always get the money. The money will come by default. You don't have to do anything for money if you are a service-based individual. So we'll turn you guys back over to you, Ethan. We really do appreciate the time that you spent here. We know you could have been anywhere here but us. But get back with that person again. Let them know what you like best about what you saw, and let them know what your next move is going to be. All right, Builder, Elite, or Apex. Have a great evening, guys. Bye bye.